Welcome, deep divers, to a really profound exploration today.
Yeah, this one's different.
It is. We're diving into a listener's very personal story, decades of struggle, but also transformation. It's like a case study document they shared, trying to understand, the karmic threads in their life.
Yeah.
And the lives of people around them.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack this narrative. We'll connect the dots, actions, consequences, the path to spiritual awakening, all based on the Dhammakaya sources provided.
Yeah.
It's a deep look into karma and redemption.
Absolutely. Key themes here are that search for identity, overcoming just huge adversity, and how spiritual guidance can completely change things. So let's start with our listener's own story. It begins in Samut Sakan. From what she remembers, she didn't know her birth parents, raised by her grandmother. Seems like a quiet start, maybe a bit uncertain, but then, boom, age 10, everything changes. A man shows up, claims he's her father, an Israeli from India, the sources say. She moves with him to Rangsit. But his house, strict rules, no temples, absolutely no visiting, no bringing temple items home, or punishment. That must have been so jarring.
Yeah, and what's really striking is that lack of connection, no love there, apparently. It led her back to her grandmother eventually, but that initial displacement, that feeling of not belonging.
It set a pattern, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah.
A pattern of instability that kind of echoes through her later life. It shows how those early foundations, or lack of them, shape things.
Totally. So fast forward to her teens, 13, 14, working in a weaving factory, but she falls in with what the sources call bad company. Skipping work, traveling, sounds like she was still searching,
Trying to find her place, maybe?
Yeah, and then this really scary moment in Phnom Thuan, Kanchanaburi, a friend just abandons her, no money, stranded.
That young. That's incredibly vulnerable.
Right, and that vulnerability leads to this fateful meeting at the bus station. A man offers shelter, says, come stay with my mother and sister, it's safe. But yeah, night falls, he doesn't take her there, takes her to an abandoned house.
And forces her into a relationship?
Yes, that was her first husband. Just awful. A stark example of how desperation leads to exploitation.
Absolutely devastating.
And that kicked off this cycle, this relentless cycle of poverty, conflict. He worked as a bus conductor but never seemed to have money. Life was hunger, hardship. They broke up, got back together multiple times. He always came back.
Sounds exhausting.
And lazy, apparently. Refused to work, relied on her family for food. It strained things with her grandmother so much, her grandmother eventually couldn't handle it.
Wow.
So around this time, she decides, okay, I need to find my mother. Her grandmother had given hints she was in Udamsuk for a Kanom, but finding her, the rejection was just brutal.
What happened?
Her mother basically said, you are not my mother, don't cause trouble for me. Disowned her.
Oh, that's harsh. After everything.
Yeah, left her total confused about who her parents were. Plus, local rumors adopted, Christian, Indian child, just no clarity.
My mother told me I was not her child. You see how these rejections, this abandonment builds up. It creates this deep feeling of being lost, unloved. It really sets the stage emotionally for the choices she makes later. Fractured identity, instability.
It really did. This instability, it carries on. Next phase, she moves back to Kanchanaburi with that first husband, more arguments. Then twin daughters are born, and they finally separate for good.
Okay.
But here's the heartbreaking part. She had 5 kids in total. None stayed with her.
None.
Nope. 3 given to other people, 2 went to the ex-husband. Just this repeated loss, detachment from her own children. So sad.
That's incredibly painful.
And this period, this is when she says she started to live a life of evil. She fell into prostitution, a massage doctor, then opened her own restaurant.
Okay.
But not just any restaurant. She was recruiting young women, even students, teaching them how to manipulate customers, commit fraud, like overcharging, even cheating employees out of wages, basically building this little empire of deception.
Wow. And she actually believed, what was it?
Her belief was stark. Doing good leads nowhere, but doing bad leads to good everywhere.
That's a complete inversion of morality.
Totally.
It's not just cynicism, it's a profound disconnection from basic ethics. How does someone get to that point? Believing harm brings benefit.
A really powerful question. It suggests such deep internal distortion, probably born from all that suffering.
Yeah.
But there was a turning point. Age 37, she meets her current husband, and he did not approve of her lifestyle, urged her to quit, called it sinful.
Ah, okay. So some external pressure for change?
Yes. His constant pleas started to wear her down, the sources say, and the ultimate redemption, real cold turkey moment. It came in 2004. A good friend, couple, Kalyanamit, right? Those friends who guide you spiritually.
Exactly, the spiritual friends. Very important concept.
They invited her to Wat for a Dhammakaya. She started watching Dhamma teachings on the Dhamma satellite dish. Teachings about the hell realms specifically.
Ah, the consequences.
Yes. And it hit her. She realized she'd broken every single precept. It was an immediate, decisive change. Abandoned the old life completely, just decided right then to start over.
That's incredible. And connecting it to the bigger picture, that turnaround really shows the power of understanding karmic consequences. And, crucially, the role of those Kalyanamitra, those good friends, in guiding someone back.
Yeah.
It proves that even after decades of negativity, real transformation is possible when you grasp cause and effect.
Such a powerful shift. Okay, so let's dig into the karmic explanations the sources provide for all these struggles. It's like a roadmap, isn't it? Specific causes for specific effects.
It is. So according to these specific Dhammakaya teachings, her separation from her parents, that uncertainty about her identity, it's linked to what they call the karma of promiscuity in past lives.
Promiscuity, how does that work?
Well, it refers to patterns of non-committal relationships, acting as both male and female in past lives, plus youthful anger, running away from home and never going back. It's less about the act itself, maybe, and more about how unstable bonds across lifetimes can show up as a fractured family connection now.
Okay, I see. And did the sources confirm who your parents actually were?
Yes, they did. The Israeli man from India, that was her biological father, and the woman in Udom Suk who rejected her biological mother. Finally, some clarity for her on that.
That must have been huge. What about the cycle of mistakes, breaking precepts? Where did that come from?
Past lives again, associating with bad company, alcohol, promiscuity, gambling. These actions, the teachings explain, led to repeated rebirths in lower realms. This created a strong habit of vasana, a tendency to repeat those patterns in this life.
So it's like a predisposition, not exactly punishment, but a consequence of conditioning.
Exactly. A deep-seated tendency based on past actions.
Right. So now that she knows this, what's the advice for changing her future? How does she break that cycle?
The advice is really clear and pretty uncompromising. It's about a complete shift, a cold turkey, stop to all negative actions, letting go of the past mistakes, and then intensely building new merit through generosity dana, through morality sila, and deep meditation bhavana.
So actively cultivating the positive.
Yes, the goal is to practice Dhamma, to attain the Dhammakaya, that inner luminous body of enlightenment, basically, and praying to break free from the whole cycle.
That's powerful. Let's go back to that first marriage. Why did it start with force, such a traumatic beginning?
The sources give a very specific past life reason. In a past life, she and her first husband were male friends.
Okay.
And she, as the man back then, paid for and forced a woman into prostitution against her will.
Wow. So that direct negative karma
Led to her being forced into marriage in this life. It's a direct echo. And even though they became husband and wife, had kids, that past conflict as friends was stronger, ultimately causing the separation.
That specificity is really something. And the children, 5 kids, none stayed with her.
Again, a repeated pattern across many lives, according to the teachings. In the past, she often had many children, but ended up abandoning them when she couldn't manage.
Ah.
So because of that strong past karma of parental abandonment, the sources suggest there's little chance they'll live with her now. It's that reciprocal consequence thing, what you do comes back.
The inability to provide care then leads to separation now. Got it.
Exactly.
These personal karmic insights are deep, but the sources also talk about her current husband's family. That adds another layer, right? How actions ripple through families.
Yes, it broadens the picture considerably.
Okay, first, the current husband's father worked as a driver in Bangkok for a foreigner, fell into alcoholism, started with Western liquor, then cheap local stuff when money got tight, neglected his kids for years, 7 or 8 years, got known as Jigo Lao Khao, the white liquor hoodlum.
Oof. Not a good sign.
No.
Yeah.
And his death, drank for 3 days straight, collapsed outside in the sun, wasn't found for hours. Just tragic.
And the karma there, according to the teachings, was severe. Dying with a mind totally darkened by alcohol meant immediate rebirth in Great Hell Pit 5, Mahanarakuma 5.
And what happens there?
He's described as being forced to drink hot black acid. Terrible suffering. And importantly, he can't receive merit yet. His mind isn't receptive.
So dedicating merit doesn't help now.
It does, but it kind of waits for him. The family needs to keep doing it. When he eventually exhausts that subhisic hell karma and moves to a lower realm, then the merit can reach him.
Okay, good to know. Next, the husband's maternal grandfather, the tow railway maintenance worker, didn't like alcohol but loved gambling on cabinet boxing. Mostly won, apparently.
Interesting.
But he suffered paralysis for 5 years before he died. Also, super frugal hoarded cash under his mattress, checked it daily.
Okay, paralysis and hoarding.
And his death.
Okay.
Quite the scene. On his deathbed, asks his daughter, the husband's mom, check the money. It's gone.
Oh, wow.
He flies into a rage, throws the empty bag over her head, and dies shortly after, aged 86.
Right, so the paralysis. That's linked to killing animals for food and causing injury or paralysis to others in past lives. Harm to others' bodies returns as limitations to your own.
Makes sense in that karmic framework.
And the anger, right at the moment of death, over the stolen money, that clouded his mind severely. It led to rebirth as a yak's attendant guarding underground treasure. Rich, but can't use it. Like a bank guard, the source says. Karmic irony for the hoarder.
Wow. Okay, lastly, the husband's maternal grandmother, the Yai, she was a merchant, gambled, and drank 1 gack, like a measure of alcohol, daily, her whole life.
Usually drinking. Okay.
She also suffered paralysis for 5 years before death. Couldn't move, just demanded alcohol, asking her kids if they wanted her to die. Died at 79.
So similar karma. Paralysis from killing animals for food in the past, plus the lifelong alcohol use. Her mind was clouded by alcohol at death, so like her husband.
Great Hell Pit 5.
Directly to Great Hell Pit 5. Same suffering and same advice.
Cool.
Keep dedicating merit. It's crucial for her future release when that term ends.
It's a lot to absorb. The weight of these actions manifesting so specifically really makes you think.
It does. It paints a very detailed picture of cause and effect.
But let's shift to a brighter note. The current husband's siblings, they've all found their way to Wat Phra Dhammakaya now. That's positive.
Very significant. The explanation is they were supply lines Gong Sa Biang for the community in past lives.
Meaning they supported the path before?
Yes, contributed effort, resources. To get good meditation results now, though, the younger ones need consistent daily practice, following the methods properly, building on that past foundation.
Right. Makes sense. Now, our listener had a really practical question about merit. She's a housewife. Her husband earns the money they use for joint merit-making, temple donations, prayers. She wonders, do they get equal merit?
Fantastic question. Very common one, too. And the answer, according to these teachings, it all hinges on the purity of mind, the JT Pong Sai.
Purity of mind.
Yeah, during 3 phases. Before you make the merit, while you're doing the act, and after it's done. Reflecting on it joyfully. If both their minds are equally clear, happy, supportive in all 3 stages, then yes, equal merit.
Oh.
But if one person's feeling is less pure, maybe reluctant or distracted at any point, the merit they receive will differ.
So it's really about the intention and the feeling, not just whose name is on the bank account.
Precisely. It highlights our own agency and spiritual growth. Quality of mind is key.
That's really helpful. Okay, what about the good friend couple, the Kalyanamit who first invited her to the temple? What's their connection?
More than just friends this life. They were actually relatives and good friends to both our listener and her husband in many past lives. They share a merit lineage, a Wong boon, a strong karmic bond built through shared good deeds over lifetimes. That's what brought them back together now to help.
That's lovely. And finally, the connection between our listener and her current husband. What's their past life story?
They were male friends in a past life. And interestingly, while our listener back then was hanging out with bad company, her current husband was the friend constantly trying to pull her towards making merit.
No way.
Yeah. Even if she sometimes did good deeds only reluctantly out of deference to him.
So the pattern repeats.
Exactly. In this life, as her husband, he again played that key role, bringing her back to the community, back to merit making. Both of them were supply lines in the past, contributing to the community. And her own past meditation practice was apparently good to a certain extent. It laid some groundwork.
So after all that turmoil, all these threads, the path forward seems clear for them now.
Absolutely. The advice is straightforward. Build merit fully, consistently in this life. All forms of good deeds. Encourage others too. And pray to join a special merit circle of bodhisattvas so they don't fall away from the path again.
Okay.
With that focused effort, the teachings say they can reach high levels of insight, eventually seeing the Dharma sphere and Buddha image, Luang Por, within themselves. A deep inner realization.
Wow. What an absolutely incredible deep dive. One person's journey, the intricate workings of karma, from such deep lows, such devastating consequences, to finding this clear path of redemption. It really highlights personal choice, doesn't it? And the impact of guidance, of good friends.
It really does. It shows that, yes, past actions have consequences, very specific ones sometimes, but the present moment, it always holds the potential for a massive shift. And yeah, the importance of those Kalyanamitra and consistent practice, you just can't overstate it for navigating life's karmic currents.
Absolutely. So for you listening, we hope this deep dive into one person's really complex story offers some valuable insights. It's such a powerful reminder, isn't it? Every choice, every relationship, every intention, it can ripple through not just this life, but potentially many.
Mm,
So what stands out to you from this extraordinary case study? How do these ideas about cause and effect, about transformation, maybe resonate with your own life?
definitely something to ponder as you continue your own journey.